A millionaire finds an old woman eating in the rain when he learns she's his mother. He breaks. The rain poured relentlessly as the city bustled, everyone rushing for shelter except one frail old woman sitting alone on the sidewalk, eating from a soaked paper bag. People passed by indifferent. But one man stopped, a millionaire known for his arrogance and pride. He frowned, disgusted by the sight. But something about her trembling hands and familiar eyes made him pause. Why did his heart suddenly ache? Why did her voice, weak and cracked, sound so hauntingly familiar? What he discovered next shattered the walls of his heart and changed his life forever. This is not just a story about wealth, it's about love, loss, and the power of a mother's sacrifice. Stay till the end, because what happens when the truth unfolds will leave you in tears. It was a gloomy afternoon in downtown Chicago. Business tycoon Adrian Cole, dressed in an expensive suit, stepped out of his luxury car, frustrated after a tense board meeting. He was known for his wealth, arrogance, and cold heart. Nothing and no one could touch him emotionally. As he walked toward his favorite restaurant, something caught his eye, an old woman sitting on the wet pavement holding a torn plastic bag. She was eating scraps of food that had fallen on the ground. Her hair was drenched, her clothes ragged, and her hands shivered as she tried to protect her meal from the pouring rain. Adrian's first instinct was disgust. He muttered, pathetic, and turned away. But as he stepped closer to his car, he heard her whisper softly, "God bless you, my son." His heart skipped a beat. "My son," he turned sharply, staring at her face. Her wrinkled cheeks, kind eyes, and gentle tone stirred something deep inside him. He didn't know why, but she reminded him of someone. Someone he'd buried in his memories long ago. He approached her and asked, "Do I know you?" The woman shook her head nervously. "No, sir. I'm sorry," but her eyes, they told a story of love and pain. Adrian couldn't walk away. For reasons he couldn't explain, he offered her his umbrella and said, "Come with me. You shouldn't be out here." The woman hesitated but nodded. As they walked toward his car, she smiled faintly, whispering, "You have your father's eyes." Adrian froze. "How do you know my father?" he asked. The woman didn't answer. She just looked away, tears mixing with the rain, back at Adrian's mansion. The woman sat quietly near the fireplace, warming her trembling hands. The servants looked at her with confusion. Why was their boss helping a beggar? Adrian brought her tea and gently asked, "Who are you?" She smiled weakly. "Just someone who made mistakes. Someone who lost everything." Her words struck him. Adrian had grown up in an orphanage. He was told his mother had died when he was 6. The memory of her face was blurry, like a faded photograph. But when he looked at the woman again, he noticed the same birthmark near her wrist, the one his mother used to have. "Where did you get that?" he demanded, his voice trembling. The woman began to cry. "Adrian, my son, I'm so sorry." The room went silent. Adrian's hands shook as the truth sank in. "You're my mother?" She nodded, sobbing. "I didn't die, Adrian. I was poor, sick, and couldn't care for you. The orphanage told you I was gone because I thought it would be better for you to grow without pain." Adrian's world collapsed. Years of anger, loneliness, and pride flooded out in tears. He fell to his knees before her, weeping. "All these years, I hated you for leaving me." She touched his face gently. "And I loved you every single day I was gone." Adrian hugged her tightly, crying like a child. The millionaire who once thought money could buy happiness finally understood the price of love and sacrifice. Days turned into weeks and Adrian's mansion transformed. Where once there was silence and arrogance, now there was laughter and warmth. His mother, Evelyn, had become the heart of his home. Adrian canceled business trips, visited orphanages, and began donating to shelters. When reporters asked why, he simply said, "Because someone taught me what real wealth means." One afternoon, Adrian threw a charity dinner for the homeless. Standing beside his mother, he gave a heartfelt speech. "I once walked past a woman in the rain, not knowing she was my mother. I had everything money could buy, but I had nothing that mattered. Today, I have her, and that's more than all the riches in the world." The audience was silent, many wiping their tears. Evelyn smiled proudly, holding his hand. Later that night, Adrian looked at his mother and said, "You gave me life twice, once when I was born, and again when I found you," she whispered, "and you gave me hope again, my son." As the rain began to fall outside once more, they stood by the window together, this time no longer strangers, but a family finally healed by love. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotional and life-changing stories. Tell us in the comments, what would you do if you found your long-lost parent like this? Stay tuned for more stories that remind us love is the real treasure.